Welcome to another episode of Team Yukon Outdoors. We're out here on Prior Lake. Myself, Matt Waldron,
Cody Krug,
and Aaron Knott behind the camera. And it's a pretty cold day, so we're sitting in the hub right now. What Chuck said, -5 in the morning?
yeah,
something like
5
that.
below or something like that.
It's cold. Not as cold as it could be, but I don't think we're too used to it yet.
No, our bodies are definitely not acclimated to this cold weather with the mid 30 degree weather that we've had. So
Yeah.
honestly, just gonna stay warm today in the shack, hop around as much as we can, and just come back to the shack and warm up whenever need be. So stay tuned.
Like that, we're ready to fish.
Oh God, yeah, those are the good gills.
Woo! That's a good one there, buddy.
I know. Look at the skin hook though.
What you got on?
There. Just a white and black little polka dot jig with a chigger fry on it.
Perfect.
Money. We keeping any today?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep a few.
Alright, well that's
Watch
perfect.
the Vikings game later.
Yeah,
you know.
Money. I did too.
It's a dink. Maybe. Yep, little guy. Well, it's not what we're targeting, but it's a decent start. It's a little bluegill. So what we're doing today is we are out on Prior Lake, like we said earlier, and we're fishing for bluegills. Prior is by far one of my favorite lakes in the metro. I actually do a little bit of guiding out here, and it's got a lot of really nice bluegills. That 7 to 9 inch range, perfect for the frying pan. If you get that 9 inch or bigger, I like to let them go just because it's good for the genetics of the lake.
Yep.
Oh boy.
That's a decent little gill.
That's a nice one right there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Let's see if we can.
I did. I took Matt's advice there, and I just nipped the tail off my plastic and did a little Euro action there. It's gonna be another good one for the dinner plate. Perfect. Just actually had a school kind of move through. Matt's marking them right now, and
Marking, not eating, trying to get them to trigger.
why don't you get that one to eat, bud?
Yeah, well, you know what? It doesn't really like me as much right now. I think I got to change up color again.
Oh,
Yeah, you know.
drilled. That's a crappie. Oh, it's a dink.
It's a dink, but you know what? This is still pretty good right now. So, you know, that's another little bluegill right here. It's pretty cold, so we've been hanging out in the shack for most of the day. These fish are super just pressured right now from the barometer being so high. Now, a big thing that I'm gonna release this fish right here. A big thing that I've done today is combining plastics with bait. A lot of people either do one or the other, but what I do is I take a little chunk of plastic off just to cover up the shank of the hook, and I tip it with one single Euro.
A little smaller one. You say we keep that, Matt, or what?
Let me see. Oh yeah, that's an eater right there.
Sure.
That'll fry up nice and tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Get some of that taco gringo in there.
Absolutely.
Yep. Nothing beats fish tacos.
Little Vikings game snack, eh?
Yep. Yep.
Ooh. Got bigger. Nice. Good one?
Yep, that's a good one. No, you're good. I'll just reel them up. Oh, little Larry.
Oh!
Oh, hello.
Hello. Oh.
He's got some spunk to him.
No kidding.
That was unexpected.
He absolutely inhaled that thing too.
Dude.
Oh, jig just popped right out.
Really?
Yeah. See you, buddy.
Oh.
Good one.
Decent one. It's a decent bluegill.
A little smaller.
That's not bad. A little bit smaller. I think I'm gonna let that guy go.
A lot of your classes are presented out here, that's for sure.
A lot of year classes. Yeah, that one was about 3-4 foot off the bottom. Right now we are in 14 foot of water. And so on all Elliott rods, there is what's called syn cork. It is a synthetic cork grip. It's got about 25% more bite transfer than regular cork, which is from you feeling the bite transferring all the way into the grip into your hand. It was developed by Paul and Greg Thorne back in 2005, and to be honest, I don't know how I can fish with anything else now. It's super, super light. It doesn't get cold when you're fishing outside at all. And the other really nice thing to it is if you have wet hands from handling fish, it repels water very, very well, and it doesn't get absorbed into the grip. So the next time that you grab it, it's usually dry. This rod right here is the inhaler. It's got a 28-inch carbon blank to it with a 3.5-inch titanium spring tip. And I just got on a small little 3mm jig right now, and you can feel everything absolutely perfect. I don't even need to look at the tip half the time because I can feel the bounce all the way in through my palm, which is where the butt of the rod is balancing right now. You can get these at ElliottFishingRods.com. There's a good one. That's a better gill. Oh yeah, there's a dandy. That is a beautiful Prior Lake bluegill right there. I downsized jigs. This is almost like a 2.5mm. It's got a little hair on it, but I put one single spike on it right there. One single spike. Now, that fish right there, I wasn't marking him at first, and I just kept rising my jigging cadence. I kept rising it upwards, and it all of a sudden just appeared and came up to it and popped it, but it didn't trigger right away. And so what I was looking for was the pop and then the second pop. And what happened was it ate that back end and ate the rest of the jig, and I was able to get him up. I'm gonna let this guy go. He's a little bit too big to keep, in my opinion. You want to keep those genetics in the lake. That's part of the reason why this lake is so good right now. It has such a wide year class range, but I'm gonna get back down there and see if I can't trigger another. There we go. That's another better fish. That's another good bluegill. Oh, that's a dandy. It's another nice Prior Lake bluegill right there. These fish are so healthy out here. And a lot of the reason is they're eating zebra mussels, but look how thick that fish is for a metro fish. That is a really, really healthy fish, but you want to keep those 7.5, 8-inch fish. You don't want to be keeping fish about that size. So we're going to let them go. And it's not that they're going to get too much bigger than that out here. It's the fact that we want that fish, that was a hen, we want those hens to be able to carry on the genetics to the next year class. And there's a lot of fish out here. There's plenty of those 7 to 8-inch fish that you can keep that are perfect for the dinner plate, but we don't like keeping them too much bigger out here just for that reason. But again, that one met me halfway down, and this one's coming up again. Let's see here. It's another decent gill. That one just choked it. That one's straight down its gut. Starting to get a little bit more aggressive here. Now that's about 7, 8-inch gills, so that's gonna be perfect for the pile. Don't need many. We just want some table fare for the Vikings game. So what I'm doing is I'm just bouncing this jig a couple feet above them, trying to get them to come in, and at the same time I'm using high vis lines so I can see the line as well. I can see the bounce in the line. Now I'm rising it up. I got one coming in right now.
Some fish up shallow, so.
So did I. I just found some fish too.
Good one?
Yeah. Nice one. That's a dandy right there.
That's a dandy, bud.
That's a good one. Oh, jeez, oh. Oh, that's a nice fish right there.
Hello.
That one's got a little notch on its forehead right there. That is a bull. So now what the bulls are, you can typically tell they have a more pronounced forehead to them, and they have more orange on the belly. They're not super yellow. And so these ones I really want to get back in the lake because these are the guys that are protecting the nest. So I'll let this guy go. Nice thing is, we're only in 14 foot of water. You don't have to worry about any sort of barrow trauma with these fish whatsoever. They release real nice, and you can get back down to them and keep catching them. You don't have to worry about fish dying. Well, that was a nice little day out on Pryor. Now, normally it's a little bit more fast and furious than that, but with the cold front that came in and the high pressure, it's about as good as we could ask for. I don't know about you, but it wasn't a bad day. We got some really nice bluegills on the ice. That's the whole reason why we came out here, is the quality of panfish in this lake is for the metro. It's just awesome. It's good to bring the kids out. It's a pretty good bite, to be honest with you. So
Yep.
I think we're gonna close out the show here, and actually I'm marking again, but I think we're gonna close out the show. And if you guys have any questions, you can comment down below.